French civilians showing their, honor and patriotism towards the Americans, and really supporting the role the Americans played in helping liberate France.
And now we're seeing the casket being carried on board an American ship?
Yeah, it's a naval ship, the USS Olympic, which was famous during the Spanish-American War. In fact, it was Admiral Dewey's flagship that captured Manila in 1898. So it's got a storied history.
And there we actually see the disembarkation at the Navy Yard in Washington, D.C.
Here they are in the U.S. Capitol Rotunda, and that is the Lincoln Catafalque, which is a platform that was used to put President Lincoln's coffin.
And importantly, that is the President of the United States,
Yes.
Warren Harding, and Mrs. Harding laying the ribbon across the casket.
That's correct. So they're representing, of course, the United States, and ultimately, not to jump ahead too much, but he will give the keynote speech.
Now here the casket is being carried down the steps of the United States Capitol. That's a scene that modern Americans will be familiar with similar ceremonies in our time, and put on the horse-drawn bier that will make its way over through the streets of Washington and over to Arlington Cemetery. Let's watch for just a minute.
There's a really interesting, diverse group of people that participated in the parade. As you can see, there were military groups. They formed a very prominent part of those participating, but also you had a lot of veterans. You had female veterans as well, women who served or volunteered during the war.
And there's obviously a reviewing stand in downtown Washington, D.C.
And I believe those women are from the Army Nurse Corps. It's a little hard to tell, it's blurry. But as you can see, we have the representation of women.
Or maybe Salvation Army?
They could be. Some of the uniforms look very similar until you can see their insignia.
On Memorial Day, two heroes known but to God from the battlefields of World War II and Korea were carried on horse-drawn caissons to be laid to rest at our National Cemetery at Arlington, Virginia. President Eisenhower, on behalf of a grateful people, presented medals of honor to these two unknowns who gave their lives for the United States of America. Then our soldier president placed a wreath at the tomb of the unknown soldier of World War I. This hallowed ground had become the tomb of the unknown.